This video will cover the basic considerations and installation instructions for setting the power jumpers on the PowerFlex 753 and 755 frames 2, 3, 4, and 5. Power jumpers, when appropriately installed, are intended to protect the drive and limit electromagnetic emissions from it. The primary consideration for connecting or disconnecting the power jumpers is the grounding of the power source. Drives that are AC fed with an input power source that is solidly grounded must have the power jumpers connected. Please note that either both jumpers should be connected or disconnected. Having one jumper installed and the other removed is not a valid configuration. Any other power system grounding configuration requires that the power jumpers be removed on an AC fed drive. This would include the following types: high resistance ground, ungrounded secondary, or B-phase ground. If you are having difficulty identifying the power distribution type or its grounding, please refer to the video on power system identification. With the power distribution system type identified, the jumpers must be either installed or removed. To avoid manually installing the jumpers on a solidly grounded system, order the drive with code J. In this configuration, both jumpers will be installed on the delivered drive. It is not possible, due to UL specifications, to order both power jumpers removed. To connect or disconnect the power jumpers on the frame 2, 3, 4, and 5 drives, start by removing power from the drive. To avoid an electric shock hazard, verify that the voltage on the bus capacitors has discharged completely before servicing. Measure the DC bus voltage at the power terminal block by measuring between the plus DC and minus DC terminals, or between the plus DC and minus DC test point sockets if equipped. Also measure between the plus DC terminal or test point and the chassis, and between the minus DC terminal or test point and the chassis. The voltage must be 0 for all three measurements. Once the drive has been determined safe to work on, remove the front cover. You will find the screws required for the power jumpers located on the bottom left corner of the drive, secured in a plastic tab, or installed in the drive frame. Depending on the prior installation or what catalog number was used to order the drive, one or both screws might be installed already. If the jumper wires are connected, they will be screwed into their respective part of the drive, and if they are not, they will be screwed into the nearby plastic tab. To connect the jumpers, simply remove the screw or screws from the plastic tab and screw them into the slots below using a 6.4 millimeter flat or T15 hex lobular screwdriver. The recommended torque is 1.36 Newton meters or 12 pound-inches, plus or minus 0.14 Newton meters or 1.2 pound-inches. Conversely, to disconnect the screws, unscrew them from the slots and place them back into the plastic tab for safekeeping. Once the jumpers are configured as desired, replace the cover of the drive and ensure that the drive is in a safe condition before applying power. Once power is applied, the drive will be ready to run in this new configuration.